What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of B is for Build. In today's episode, quarter panel win. I'm on my way to customs of the port of Portland to pick up an air cargo shipment of for something. Maybe I'm not going to the port of Portland. I might be going to the airport of Portland. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Quarter panel should be coming in, and then we're gonna work on some suspension. Should be a good day. Stay tuned. $79.10. That's us. All right, we've been provided with a bunch of paperwork, and apparently we got to go to customs. I think for you guys in like Europe or somewhere else, this might be a normal thing for you, but I've never dealt with any of this stuff before. But we got to go to customs, pay for the import tax on the quarter panel, and then we should be able to come back and it should be ours. That was thoroughly ridiculous. Let me a little bit of a picture for you guys. I don't know if you can see here, but we're like pretty much in the middle of nowhere, just like on a piece of land, not very crowded at all. There's a brick building back there, and you walk in, and they're like one at a time, and you walk up to a desk with a dude with a gun for no reason. Like, I get that it's customs, but we're not at the border. They're like defending their cubicle with their handguns on their waist, walking around all day, which is ridiculous. It's super ridiculous. And they act all like intimidating. I'm here to fill out 4 pieces of paperwork. Portland Customs, you're playing yourself. You guys need to bring it down multiple notches. It's so ridiculous. But filled out the paperwork, so now we just got to take it back to the other place, and we should be able to pick up the quarter panel. Finger crossed. Both fingers crossed, not just one of them. The quarter panel is here. The only problem is it's not as tall as the truck, and it's way wider. So I'm gonna do some unboxing here. I'm gonna try and get it in. Solid, super solid. We got the quarter panel in the car, no problem. Now the only problem is this box that's half the size of my car to deal with. I really wish I could just leave it here, but these people have been, the shipping company's actually been really nice. Customs was ridiculous, but these guys have been really nice. So now I gotta cut this thing up into a bunch of little pieces and put it in here. Yikes. Talk about going above and beyond. They didn't just help me break the box down. They actually let me use their dumpster. I was like, I could kind of tear all that cardboard down and fit it in my car, but it would be really hard. And they're like, oh, I don't want to make you do that. We could use our dumpster out back. So they helped me tear it all down and then throw that empty box in their dumpster. That was so nice of them. Thank you, Delta Cargo. Not an ad, but if you're shipping giant things internationally, think Delta Cargo. They helped me with my box. All right, we're out of here. Let's get this quarter panel to the shop and get it test fitted. We got the part in. It looks even bigger when you put it up next to the car. Let's open it up and test fit it. I'm really excited for this. There you have it, quarter panel. Now you're gonna realize right away, unless you couldn't see close enough, that this is a carbon fiber quarter panel. It's got an interesting story behind it, but let's just first talk about the quality. It's really great quality. The fitment is really good. You can see with just like 2 clamps holding it on here, you can see how well the body lines are looking, how nicely it matches up to exactly where our old quarter panel went. It seems to me to be a vacuum mold because it's got all the indentations. It even shows where the old spot welds were and stuff like that, so I can actually line up the old spot weld holes and everything else like that. Great construction, great body lines, really matches up with everything nicely, and it's super lightweight, and it doesn't have any like weird mold or flex to it, which is a problem that happens sometimes with fiberglass parts. So it's really good. I'm really happy with it, and it's going to be really easy to work with. What happened and how we ended up getting a carbon fiber quarter panel was this company Radical Tuning out of either Ireland or Poland, I'm not 100% sure. They hit me up after I made that last episode and they said, hey man, we got a solution for you. It may not be exactly what you had to plan to do, but they said they create and stock these carbon fiber quarter panels. They said they would next day me one. So I was like, dude, I'll take you up on it. Let's do it. Let's do a carbon fiber quarter panel. I don't see why not. It's stronger than steel. It's more lightweight, so it's a performance part. Yes, in theory, the left side of my car will be an itsy bitsy bit lighter than the right side, but that really doesn't matter because you're also sitting in the left side of the car, and normally you don't have anybody sitting on the right side. And if I do, it'll be Chelsea, and she's lighter than me. So the car will be perfectly weighted. But anyways, so huge thanks to Radical Tuning for saving our ass. They just saw that we were in need. They wanted to help out, and they sent us this part. They next date it across the world, and also sent it to us for free. So huge thanks to them. I'm going to put their information in the description below. They have all sorts of other parts as well, so go check them out. They don't just make carbon fiber parts by any means. They got a lot of stuff. And I just want to thank them so much for the help because they really saved us. So you can see that now that we have this on here, we got, we have a little bit of trimming to do up top, a little bit of trimming to do around here, and then we have our nice little template to see what we need to build, which is really good now, because now I can go ahead and get in here and be building these different things that we need to build out of steel. And if we grab our little square corner pocket right here, you can see where we need to weld this in, how it's going to line up right there, where we're going to mount our bumper bracket, and how the rest of this back end is going to come together. It's going to go out like that and back together, and we'll follow the lines from the other side. So that's really great. We're back on track now. We got a carbon fiber quarter panel. This is going to be really fun. The next step for the carbon panel is actually to take it back off and do the body work on it. So every time you get something that's fiberglass and it's made out of a mold, you're gonna have little imperfections like this right here. And what you do is you put a little bit of glazing putty over it, and then you sand it off smooth, primer the whole thing, sand that one more time, and then it's ready for paint. But before we wanna do that, we gotta make sure that it's fitting on the car nicely. And to do that, I wanna test fit that door. So I'm gonna actually install this molding, this rubber molding around the hole, and I'm gonna go ahead and test fit up the door. Hopefully this thing will stay in place without that clamp right there. We got the door balanced in here, and you can see that it looks great. All the body lines from the lower body line, everything's matching up nice and smooth, even side. The door line like here, and then this line up here are all matching up great. It's fitting great. If I had any criticism, it's that this door panel gap right here is a little bit small, but I believe that's because we haven't fully, kind of cinched down and epoxy the panel onto the car. Once we do that, we'll probably gain that extra millimeter or two of space. If not, maybe we just need to scooch it back a millimeter. That's also possible. But overall, it looks fantastic, and it's going to work. So the next step for that quarter panel is we're going to take it back off the car, and it will go next door to the paint booth where we're going to be doing the body work on it to get it all nice and smooth, along with the finish work on this door. But before we do that, I need to get working on our suspension stuff. So like I mentioned, we have all new suspension pickups, or all new suspension parts for back here to hold our knuckle on, and we need to get our new axle in on that side. And getting started, I'm going to start with the easy side. I'm going to start with over here and take our old knuckle right here and reinstall it back on this side of the subframe. I lied big time. I didn't fix anything under here. I went under here and finished all the work that needed to happen under here. Putting back the selector and the front cross support, the heat exchanger, all the stuff from underneath here, the wiring, all that, all taken care of. So don't have to worry about any more of that transmission nonsense, and we can move now to the suspension nonsense. And like I said before, I'm gonna go ahead and start in this section here. I think it'll be easiest if I'm basically gonna take that knuckle and reinstall it. I think if I start with this top strut, that'll be the best spot. All right, we we got all the controlling arms back on. So you got all of this stuff and the axle back on in the passenger side, which is looking awesome, and it all came together real nice, so that's great. Now I was gonna do this other side over here, planning on making it a long night, but not having it here gives us a lot of really good working area, and I got a lot of work to do in here tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna leave it out and then build this inner shell that we need to build, and then I'll go ahead and install that side. And with that, that's a wrap on today's episode. Guys, head over to bsforbuild.com if you wanna grab one of these new beanies, or if you want to check out any of our other merch. We do all of that stuff in-house that we can, so all the proceeds go directly towards these builds, and boy do we need the help. Next build is expensive already, and I'm planning on expanding to it so we can do something epic at SEMA. I got a phone call tomorrow about it, and I'm really jazzed. I think it's gonna be epic. So with that, also, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. We got some amazing stuff coming up in the next few months that I don't want you to miss, and I don't think you'll want to miss it. If you like this car, oh my God, are you gonna like the next one? That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the hell out of all of you, and I'll see you on the next time. Peace!